During the Cold War, NATO, the North Atlantic Treaty Organization, stood as an alliance formed to defend Western Europe against potential Soviet aggression. At the end of the Cold War, the organization expanded to include a number of Eastern European states formerly in the Soviet sphere of influence. That expansion, and the possibility of membership for Ukraine, now appears to be one of the primary points of contention between Russia and the West. But what exactly is NATO, and how does a country join? Hey everyone, I'm Noah Zerbe. I'm a professor of global politics at Cal Poly Humboldt. In this video series, I try to explain the concepts and theories behind current events, all in 2 minutes or less. NATO, the North Atlantic Treaty Organization, was founded in 1949 with the goal of deterring Soviet aggression in Europe. At its founding, the organization had a total of 12 member states, mostly in Western Europe, but also including the United States and Canada. Indeed, throughout the organization's history, the United States has played a central role in the alliance. Over time, the alliance gradually expanded, but the most dramatic growth in membership occurred at the end of the Cold War, when a number of former Soviet bloc states acceded to the organization. Poland, Hungary, and the Czech Republic joined in 1999 over Russian opposition. In 2004, 7 additional Eastern European states, including the Baltic states, all joined. Albania and Croatia joined in 2009, Montenegro in 2017, and North Macedonia in 2020. In addition, several other Eastern European states, including Georgia, Ukraine, and others, are all categorized as aspirant members, countries that would like to join but are not yet formally admitted to the organization. So what are the criteria for membership? Article 10 of the NATO Treaty states that membership is open to any European state in position to further the principles of this treaty and to contribute to the security of the North Atlantic area. Approval of the candidate's membership in the organization must be unanimous by all other treaty members. The organization requires that members maintain a functioning democratic political system and a market economy, provide for the fair treatment of minority populations, maintain a commitment to resolve conflicts peacefully, demonstrate an ability to make military contributions to NATO operations, and ensure democratic civil-military relations and institutions. But the expansion of NATO into Eastern Europe has been a point of contention between Russia and the West. Russia views NATO expansion as a threat to its security and views Ukraine in particular as a core part of Russia's sphere of influence. This is, at least in part, a factor contributing to Russia's demands for security guarantees from the United States in recent weeks. And now for a short bonus. Recent debates on the news and in social media have questioned whether the United States ever promised Russia, particularly at the end of the Cold War, that it would not offer membership in NATO to the former Soviet republics like Ukraine and Georgia. In the immediate post-Cold War period, and particularly during the negotiations that led up to the reunification of Germany in 1990, American political leadership repeatedly assured Soviet leadership that they would not push NATO eastward. U.S. Secretary of State James Baker famously told Soviet Premier Mikhail Gorbachev that the alliance would not move 1 inch eastward. Similar assurances were offered by West German Chancellor Helmut Kohl, U.S. President George H.W. Bush, British Prime Minister Margaret Thatcher, and others. There's now considerable debate over the strength and timeline of those pledges. Nevertheless, they were critically important in assuaging Soviet fears and getting Russian leadership to the bargaining table in the early 1990s. Indeed, much of the now declassified discussion between Western leaders at the time focused on the importance of providing security guarantees and developing and maintaining a non-threatening posture towards Russia. While they never explicitly said that they would not offer NATO membership to Ukraine or other states in Eastern Europe, they certainly led Russian leaders to believe that this would be the case. For their part, Russia's not without blame either. In the early 1990s, Russian leadership agreed to ensure the territorial integrity of Ukraine, Belarus, and Kazakhstan. The agreement, codified in the Budapest Memorandum of Security Assurances, was concluded as part of the negotiations to transfer Soviet-era nuclear weapons stationed in the 3 countries back to Russia. In exchange, Russia agreed to refrain from the threat or use of force against the territorial integrity or political independence of Ukraine and the other 2 countries. Russia's 2014 invasion of Ukraine and its annexation of Crimea are certainly an abrogation of that memorandum. So too would be another invasion. Both sides, it appears, have largely failed to live up to their promises, and the situation in Ukraine appears to be heading towards confrontation. That's it for now. If you found this helpful, click the thumbs up button and subscribe to catch future explainers as I release them. Please leave any questions you have in the comments section below, and if you have a suggestion for a future explainer, I'd welcome that as well. Thanks for watching, everyone. Have a good day. Bye.